Chris Manning, Bearded Benz Master here. Everyone has been asking for a toolbox tour. We're closed right now. There's nobody else here. And we're gonna go through the box. I got my roll cart. I keep these on top. Each of these little dots is a magnet. This is where I keep all of my sockets, extensions while I'm doing big jobs. Got flatheads, shorter ones, Phillips, pry bars. We have stubby ratcheting wrenches and then longer ones. You look closely, these ones are offset, these ones are not. I use these for hanging brake calipers when I'm doing brake jobs, and then my steering wheel level for alignments. Next drawer, we go all the way from 6 millimeters, stubby and long, up to 28. The drawer everyone loves, the socket drawer.
1/4 inch shallow, mid, and deep sockets, standard and 12-point.
Oh, this is a cool trick. If your universal sockets start to get wobbly, just slide an O-ring over it. It'll hold position. It's one of my favorites. Really shallow socket. This actually fits into a bit driver that I keep over here. This guy or either of these. Let me push that in there. Really, really shallow. My 1/2 inch collection is the only one that I'm still working on. I have all the ones that I use regularly. I'm gonna eventually fill all of this up as well. We have some really interesting ones here. These are handy for engine mounts. This set right here. Universal impact sockets. I use these a lot. 3/8, shallows, mid, deeps as well. Fun one too. So I've got a puller set, mini one, and then this is the largest one. All different kinds of wrenches. This is also where I keep my really large wrenches. Ratcheting Torx. Obviously this giant
3/4 inch
tech angle torque wrench by Snap-on, 1/2 inch breaker bar. Torx screwdrivers, thread files for repairing damaged threads. You can actually file on threads. We have a retired steering wheel level. Can't buy this anymore. Fuel sending unit tool. These adjust in and out, goes on fun terms. Long pick set, picks and little tiny screwdrivers. These are great for trim because they can get in tight spaces, get under, right out. Long picks, short picks, random picks that are just handy to have, little tiny Torx drivers, little tiny Allen drivers, and then little tiny actual screwdrivers, Phillips flathead. Trim tools, brake kit, these are awesome pulling tools. This is a Mercedes special tool. This is actually a D-pinning set. This one in particular is great for cleaning sealant off of edges. Also one of my most used tools. It's so thin, it's so strong, it's smooth enough that it doesn't damage plastic, but it pulls trim panels, interior things out flawlessly. 90-degree pry bars. These help removing sealed components or anything that you can't get a traditional pry bar in. Seal pullers, another seal puller. Fuel pressure gauge, AC gauge, polishing components, hammers, fluids. These are some of the plugs that I use on larger jobs to keep fluid from leaking on the ground. Ratchets, oil filter wrenches. These are for shallow areas to use with that set over here. 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch tech angle torque wrenches, traditional tire torque wrench, breaker bars, all kinds of different ratchets for different uses. Finger ratchets are kind of fun, 3/8 and 1/4 inch. Plier drawer, get some things out of order. Pliers, this one right here will take off anything that's bound up. These are great for trim. These squeeze together hoses so that the fluid doesn't leak out like a radiator hose. More pliers. A giant pair of cutters. You can actually use this on clamps, hard to reach places, and it will take the clamp off. These are locking. Great for clamps in hard to reach places as well. You can see the teeth there. They can get in anywhere and they grab the clamp very nicely. Diagnostic Drawer. This is my cooling pressure tester. I also have cooling system refiller. This is a huge time saver and it also does a great job bleeding out the cooling system. So let's go through this. Razor, mechanical keyboard. Really satisfying to use. Wireless mouse. This whole setup I did myself. So it pulls out, they move so that I can open my cabinet. Battery maintainer back here. This is a Medtronic, charges at 70 amp and will hold the battery at 14 volts or above during software programming. Got my jump starter right here by Noco, so really solid. This is fun. This is my sound system in my box. So controller right here. I hid the speakers under here on each side. Can't see them, but you hear them. I've got my Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas signed F1 poster under here, which is kind of cool because this was their last year racing together. Got multiple flashlight, charging cables, protein, where I dispatch from. Nice to keep all of these organized. My other roll card. Keep another one of these here. These are how I mount my phone. I'm taking a video, put it there and forget about it. My organization drawer for large jobs, markers, zip ties, Velcro strap, little baggies, big bag. My 2 large shelves installed this myself, padded it underneath so it's nice and quiet. From an AMG motor that I replaced out of a GTR, 2 CDT certifications from 2017, from 2014. At the time in 2017, I was the first technician in North America to have both. Super rare to have. This drawer right here, air tools. This one's kind of cool. Flexible air blower. If you're doing spark plugs, bend it and blow out the area around before you take it out in hard to reach one. Air hammer bit, long air hammer bit, personal protection. The cordless drawer, use this for windshields. It's a caulking gun, temperature gun, UV light for AC leak diagnosis. Quarter inch, 3/8 standard and long length bit driver. 1/2 inch brushless impact, 1/2 inch drill. Another impact. Snap-on cordless die grinder, snap-on sawzall. Label maker. These are ergo needles, the ones that I use in lots of my engine repairs, also interior repairs to protect the car. Steering wheel covers, seat covers. My CDT jacket, and then all of my fender covers along with an additional battery charger. So this has taken me years to amass. All kinds of random bolt, nut, washer, more plugs to keep things from leaking during large repairs. Super handy drawer to have. Electrical diagnostic drawer, different pin testers. These are non-OEM. These are some factory ones. Meter, lead, alligator clips, heat gun. This is a power probe. You can give power to electrical components like a window motor, and you can test to see if it's working. The component will run. All of my factory Mercedes leads. This is the must-have set if you really want to diagnose accurately. All kinds of random micrometers for measuring brake discs, another micrometer, battery tools, punch sets. These scissors are a ton. And they're Blue Point, so they're lifetime warranty. Sealant cleaning drawer, plastic razor blade, a scraper, lots of them. These little brushes are really good on the sealing surface because it just gets right down in there without damaging the sealing surface. My vacuum, this keeps sealant from falling down into any part of the engine while I'm cleaning. Lots of extensions for it too. Air wedge drawer and a regular wedge. My windshield tools, heat protection. These are made of Kevlar, cut-proof gloves, small die grinders. Use these a whole lot more than I was expecting to. Little teeny tiny. And with these guys, you can fabricate just about anything you want. Engine pulling, engine maneuvering, drawer straps, rubber spacers, some hoist tools. These are actually attached to a 178 motor. Electrical repair drawer, hot glue gun, comes in handy occasionally. Butane soldering iron, crimpers. These are for pin replacing. Crimp the small electrical pins onto the wire. These hold wires while I'm soldering them. All 3 of these in different scenarios. Fluids, random things. Stainless steel table. Very large pry bars. Actually hold them up there with another one of those magnetic mats. Go around the corner, have my 2 floor jack, engine stand, drip pan to keep any fluids from the engine from falling onto the ground. One other thing, so I told you about the charger that's up here. So you can turn that on, and then I have that run right here. I can charge the battery from about 3 stalls away. Toolbox of Bearded Benchmaster. There you have it, guys, the toolbox tour and everything that I go through and use on a daily basis. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, if you like this video, please let me know. Always open to feedback.